Good morning. In today's lesson we will be covering a basic overview of the KA-50 Black Shark's ABRIS navigation system. This mission follows and is based on the ABRIS tutorial video originally released by Eagle Dynamics but brings the training into the real cockpit environment. If you are having trouble hearing me, please exit the mission and turn down the world and in-cockpit sounds. The ABRIS AMMS, or Advanced Moving Map System, is a supplemental navigation system that is designed to display the aircraft's location using GLONASS and Navstar satellite data, and displays your location on a digital moving map of the area. The ABRIS also displays pre-programmed navigation info such as flight route, markers, objects, numeric calculations, and targeting data. Let's provide some ground power to get started. Turn on the two battery switches on the right side panel. Turn on the power to the ABRIS on the front panel and the INU on the back panel. The ABRIS will run a bit test of its systems that takes approximately 120 seconds. When it's done, it will display the menu page. The controls for the ABRIS are at the bottom of the ABRIS screen. They are, from left to right, the brightness adjustment knob, push buttons 1 through 5, and the cursor manipulator knob. The cursor manipulation knob has multiple functions. Depending on the operation mode and submode you are in, rotating the knob will have various effects such as moving the cursor on the map or cycling through letters while in text editing mode. Pressing the cursor manipulator knob can switch between horizontal movement and vertical movement of the cursor on the map, select a highlighted menu option, or move to a new character while in text editing mode. The ABRIS has 4 main operating modes: Nav, Arc, HSI, and Menu. You can cycle through them by pressing push button 5. In this mission we will be primarily focusing on the ABRIS. You can use your camera controls to zoom in and focus in on the ABRIS for a closer view. Do not slew your camera to the side or any highlights will not align properly. Let's take a moment to wait for the ABRIS to finish booting up. When the menu page appears, press the spacebar to continue. The top system information bar on the menu page displays the mode title, satellite navigational sensor status, and the current time. The L represents local time. Apart from displaying the title of the mode you are in, the system information bar will not change while in other modes, so we won't discuss it further. The top half of the menu page displays information and the dates that the information was loaded into the ABRIS and other technical information. The bottom half of the menu page displays the status of the linked sensors and other technical information. The bottom of the display shows the various submodes. They are Options, which is used to control various options of the ABRIS; Control, which is used to see the history of the system messages; Plan is used to edit route and navigation info; GNSS shows the status and allows you to change the parameters of the satellite navigation; and Nav, which will display the topographical map. Press push button 5 to go to the nav screen. This is the moving map screen. It displays elevation, cities, towns, bodies of water, power lines, etc. It also displays an icon of your aircraft aligned on your current heading or path depending on the ABRIS options. The current route is displayed as blue dots for the waypoints and blue course lines connecting them are the flight path. The ABRIS also displays additional information such as pink airport circles and NDB radio bearing stations that are displayed as concentric rings of black dots. The ABRIS will also display any known threats, including known anti-air defense detection circles that have been pre-programmed into the ABRIS prior to flight. At the top of the map is displayed a black circle with the north heading, your current heading in degrees, and the type of heading you have set, magnetic or true. The map scale is in the bottom right of the map. The map scale is relative to 1 centimeter. Currently the map is set to 1 in 2 kilometers, so each centimeter is about 2 kilometers. When estimating ranges on the map, keep in mind that the ABRIS screen is about 16 centimeters in width. The bottom part of the map shows route navigation data and is organized into 5 fields. The first field displays ground speed, bearing to steer point, flight time, altitude, and geographical coordinates. The parameters are unstable because the GNSS cannot provide accurate data while the aircraft is stationary. The second data set displays information for the current route leg. It shows the name of your current steer point, desired track angle, distance to the steer point, ETA to the steer point, and at what time you will reach the steer point. The third data set displays information for the next steer point. The information displayed is the desired track angle, distance to the next leg, ETA for the next steer point, and flight time along the next route leg. The fourth dataset displays cross-track error, or XTE, deviation in distance from the route course line. The XTE scale is displayed on either side of the XTE and is currently set to 5 kilometers. To see the XTE in action, press push button 4 or suspend to manually suspend the current steer point and select the next one. You can use suspend to cycle through the waypoints in your flight plan manually. When you suspend the steer point, a green line appears showing you the direction and distance to the current course track. The fifth dataset displays vertical flight deviation indicated by twin green bars. The scale is marked for 10 meters. The maximum displayable deviation is 50 meters, so if the bar was 3 lines above center, the aircraft is 30 meters below the desired altitude. The message line above the submode menu bar shows system messages. The history of system messages can be viewed in the control submenu. The nav screen has several submenu options you can choose using the push buttons. Search allows you to search for any map objects such as NDB beacons, airports, towns, villages, etc. The map option edits the map and scales the map in and out. Flight plan will bring up your current flight plan in a table format. Suspend cycles through the waypoints in your flight plan manually. Arc mode takes you to the next operating mode of the ABRIS. Press push button 5 to go to the arc mode now. Arc mode is used to determine the aircraft's heading on a heading arc scale. The scale is marked for 5 degrees. The arc mode will display all the symbols that are on the nav or map page of the ABRIS, but without the topographical map for a less cluttered view. The current heading and type is indicated above the heading scale in either true or magnetic north. The green arrow at the top of the heading scale shows the desired track angle. The arc mode also displays 2 RMI or radio magnetic indicator headings on the heading scale indicated by a red and yellow greater than symbol. The RMI indicators can be changed in the options submenu. RMI 1 currently indicates heading to the selected steer point, and RMI 2 is displaying heading to the NDB radio bearing station that has been selected on the ADF. Currently we don't have an NDB bearing selected, so no heading indicator is displayed. The vertical navigation scale on the right side of the heading scale, map scale, and navigational data fields on the bottom half of the display are identical to the nav page. The ARC submodes are the same as nav mode except for push button 5 that will take you to the HSI screen. Press push button 5 now to go to the HSI operating mode. The information on the HSI page is identical to the ARC mode but contains no map symbols, and the heading scale is now a complete circle. The desired track angle needle extends through the whole scale and includes a green dynamic centerline. The dynamic centerline indicates cross-track error and is marked for 2.5 kilometers. The HSI mode also functions and mimics the functions of the actual mechanical HSI. Press push button 5 to return to the menu page. This completes today's lesson of the ABRIS AMMS main operating modes. You may continue to explore the various pages of the ABRIS, or you may exit the mission at any time.